Mona Lisa is perhaps the most famous work of art in the entire world. Hardly any other painting in the history of painting has been subjected to so much scrutiny and analysis, or been shrouded in so many legends and mysteries. The woman's striking smile has been the subject of controversy for centuries. The painting was painted by Leonardo da Vinci, the famous Italian painter, between 1504 and 1519. It depicts a young woman named Lisa Gherardini from the waist up. It is believed that the portrait of the great master was commissioned by her husband, Francesco del Giocondo, so the depicted lady is also called Gioconda. And Mona Lisa literally means Mistress Lisa. Da Vinci's work is displayed in the Louvre Museum in Paris. Lisa Gherardini came from a prominent family that was influential in Tuscany and Florence. She married Francesco del Giocondo, a prosperous silk merchant. Lisa's portrait was commissioned by Francesco on the occasion of the birth of their second son and was to be the centerpiece of their home. The identity of the woman depicted in the painting became known only in 2005, and until then there were countless versions of who the portrait actually depicted. The Mona Lisa became famous for a number of reasons. One of them was, of course, the personality and popularity of the artist himself. Leonardo da Vinci can be called the most recognizable painter in the world. He was not only an artist, but also a scientist, inventor and physician. The master owed his knowledge of human anatomy largely to the dissection of corpses. Because of his ability to become most familiar with the structure of the human body, da Vinci drew more accurately than other artists of his time. Although his Mona Lisa is recognized as the greatest work of art, Leonardo was more of a graphic artist than a painter. He painted only a few pictures with colors. And his most famous drawing is the Vitruvian Man, well known to anyone who has studied anatomy, physiology or art. But Leonardo became famous not only for his paintings, but also for his inventions. Among the most famous of his ideas were the predecessors of the modern helicopter and tank. In addition to the Mona Lisa, his fresco, The Last Supper, is extremely famous. Da Vinci painted on a wide variety of surfaces, experimenting, inventing and inventing. Mona Lisa is painted in oil on a plank of poplar wood, so it is not a canvas, as some people believe. Perhaps such a basis for the painting is one of the reasons for its unusual properties. In the several centuries of its existence, the work has never even been restored, which is very surprising, considering the age of the masterpiece. Most Renaissance painters used biblical subjects in their work. This distinguished painting from other art movements of the period. Anatomical authenticity was a hallmark of the era, and Mona Lisa stands out from the greatest works of art because of the accuracy of depicting details, hands, eyes, lips. Da Vinci used shading in the corners of the woman's mouth and eyes, which gave the image a surprising verisimilitude. At the same time, in the expression of her face one can trace the restrained amusement and cunning, as if she knows some secret and rejoices in it. Da Vinci also painted a background that looks like an overhead view of a beautiful landscape. However, all elements of the painting, except for the woman's face and hands, are skillfully darkened. Another unique feature is the lack of visible brush strokes. No wonder this painting is considered a true masterpiece of art. The Mona Lisa is famous for more than just that reason. In 1911, it was stolen from the Louvre. Strangely enough, among the main suspects was the artist Pablo Picasso. He was even thrown into prison, but later released. For 2 years, the masterpiece was considered lost. In 1913, Italian Vincenzo Peruggia was arrested for stealing the famous painting. The original masterpiece returned to its rightful place in the Louvre Gallery. Peruggia at the time was one of the employees of the museum and believed that the painting belongs to Italy and should return to his homeland. For 2 years he hid it in his apartment, but was caught when he tried to sell it to a gallery in Florence, Italy. The painting has not been spared from acts of abuse. It was first attacked by vandals in 1956, when someone poured acid on the lower half of the work and severely damaged it. In the same year, another vandal threw a stone at her, damaging the paint at her elbow. The signs of abuse were later covered up. The painting was then placed under bulletproof glass to prevent further attempts to destroy it. Scientists and art historians are working together to unravel the mysteries that Da Vinci's work holds. The main one is the striking smile of the depicted woman. The thing is that the corners of the mouth are only slightly raised, so looking only at the lips of Mona Lisa, it is difficult to say that she is smiling. But if you evaluate the whole portrait, it seems that there is indeed a smile. Moreover, from different angles the expression of the face changes. It is not easy to explain this phenomenon. Some have suggested that the woman depicted is expecting a child and that this gives her smile such mystery. The theory does not stand up to criticism. As we know, Mona Lisa just shortly before that produced a second son. Many believe that Leonardo depicted himself as a woman in the painting, but there is no proof of this. Others claim that Da Vinci, being unconventional, secretly painted a portrait of his lover. There is another explanation for the mysterious smile, which, by the way, is not immediately apparent. The thing is that the depicted woman has no eyebrows at all, eyelashes are not drawn either. Some explain this as a fashion trend. Many ladies of the time not only removed eyebrows, but also shaved off part of the hair on the head to visually increase the height of the forehead. However, French art historian Pascal Cot, who has studied the painting, argues that the eyebrows were originally there, just over time, the paints either faded or were scrubbed off. Indian-origin scientist and physician Mandeep Mehra gave his explanation for the lack of eyebrows. After examining individual features such as the color of the face, the lines of the neck, the outline of the fingers and the growth of the hair, he came to an unexpected conclusion. In his opinion, the woman depicted suffered from hypothyroidism, a thyroid disorder. And the mysterious smile was just the result of muscle weakness. Interestingly, Mona Lisa's smile does not only cause positive impressions. Many people find it repulsive, disturbing, unpleasant and even demonic. In any case, the longer the viewer gazes into her face, the wider range of feelings he gets. Another mystery of the painting is its original. It is known that originally the image looked somewhat different, but later Leonardo himself painted and modified certain areas. It was found that changed the position of the fingers on the hand and the coverlet on the knees of the woman. The discoveries were made with the help of infrared and laser visualization. In 2015, it was even discovered that the model's facial expression was different as well. Who was originally depicted remains a mystery.